good deeds, sign up for a charity run. Charities are something that I'm not very familiar with, and what I mean by that is the charities that actually foot the bill of the administration costs. Over the years, I have heard of a lot of controversies over charities that would take money, and it turns out that somehow they would keep some of the money, like it wouldn't really go entirely to the cause, or sometimes a very small percentage of the proceeds would actually make it to the actual cause. And after I heard that, I became a little discouraged about researching deeper about them to consider donating any little bit of money that I could give. And I just looked at it as I think the best way to contribute would be to actually show up at places like that and perhaps be involved in the actual charity, like working within the charity. And I guess I could say that it's something that I gotta get better with because I don't like to just be discouraged from charities simply because in the past some of them have turned out to be crooked. I don't think I could personally manage one. Say, if I were given a pre existing charity and be like, hey, you're in charge of creating an event to raise these funds. I've never been that kind of person to be good at hosting events like that. It's also not something that I particularly enjoy, like being in charge of running some kind of show. It's never really been my thing. I like to do more behind the scenes work. Or if I'm not doing behind the scenes work, I prefer to do more hands-on activities, like say be actually part of the workforce, especially the charities that tend to deliver directly to places that are needy or people that are needy. That I can do. I can work physically all day long, but to do the more, I guess, admin side of it or the more marketing side of it, I've never really been good at that. My experiences with charities are pretty much close to none. I've never really been into charities, I think because my family has never really been involved in any that I'm aware, but I have always said that if I could give to any of them, I would give to St. Jude's because mom put in me that idea a long time ago. She was saying how if she could donate to any, she would donate to St. Jude's. And I think it's a very nice cause because it's children. They're like the most vulnerable people and they are struggling with disease at such a young age that to be able to contribute to have a facility for them to have care, I can see how that means a lot to her, and by extension it would mean a lot to me as well because I look at it as I see why she stands behind it. And even if I don't have kids of my own, I always like the thought that kids coming into the world don't exactly have to suffer because their family don't have resources. This one, I can tell you that it's one of those things that I may perform better at if somebody who I know recruits me into doing this. But me personally, voluntarily getting up one day and being like, I'm gonna get involved with charities, it's probably not gonna happen. I need a guide for this. I need direction with this. A giver when I see things happening in front of my eyes. Like, say, if there's someone I know who's needy, if there's something happening within my line of sight that I can do something about, I'll contribute that way. But charities, again, it's not something I'm very well versed with. Well, there you guys have it. That's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. What is your experience with charities? Which charities do you believe in? And how did you find out about them? Did you voluntarily get involved with them? Did someone tell you about it? Or was it like a job requirement? Because sometimes there are places that may make it part of your job because it's something that they do. It's to maintain some kind of relationship or something. I don't know. It's very rare that I hear that, but I have heard that it happens. On a random note, I think if I had the power to not have to worry about money, I think I would want to learn about how to be involved with charities from an unlikely source. I would like to study how the royal family does it out there in England because a lot of their members seem to be involved with it. Given that they're an institution like what they are, that they've been around since forever, I'm not sure they have been charitying forever, but in modern days, given the press coverage it gets, it's evident that a lot of people are behind it and they seem to do a good job with it. So if I could obtain some kind of guidance or a course from anyone on how to be good at being involved in charities or being an ambassador or anything like that, I would want to learn it from them. Okay, that's it. Bye.